I'll be taking route Delta. I say again, I'll be taking route Delta.
Route Delta, copy that.
What's up, Speedy's Garage gang, and welcome back to the Speedy's Garage YouTube channel. Out on a little field trip today, and this is one of those fun days where I get to go and start putting the miles on the Demon. I think I mentioned before, the goodies don't turn on until you got about 500, or you have to cross the 500 mile mark. I've got almost 100 on it now. It's a beautiful Saturday, so I'm gonna get out and just enjoy the car and get back to something I love to do, and that's just to get in one of these Dodge muscle cars and just cruise around on the weekend. It's mentally relaxing for me. I love these cars, and I'm glad to be back in one. And I gotta be honest, the more I've driven the car, the more I'm liking it. I think I also mentioned before I was a little worried the suspension might be a little wallowy. I had a buddy of mine, my buddy Sam, had a 2018 Demon, and he, like me, enjoys driving the cars. He didn't just put them away or just trailer them to the track or whatever, so he was driving his around, and he actually sold it because he said it felt like he was just driving a canoe. It just wallowed all over the place. He wasn't super happy with the handling, and these aren't sports cars per se, so I'm not expecting I wasn't expecting it to be like a Porsche or a BMW or something of that nature that's designed for handling. These are straight line missiles is what they're designed for, but I also didn't want to feel like it was just wallowing all over the place. And I gotta say, so far it feels like just in auto mode it drives as good or better than my Hellcat did, and perhaps auto might even be a lot like sport was in the Hellcat. It's not rough or jarring, but it's firm and responsive, and I'm still on the Mickey Thompson ET Street R drag radials all the way around. I haven't even figured out a street tire and wheel setup yet. So far, I'm super impressed with the work Jim and team did setting this thing up for folks like me that want to drive them. And there's 100, 400 more to go. I'm gonna try out the chiller, which the other car did not have, and you can see the intercoolant coolant temps 100 degrees. We're gonna see how much it'll drop. Let's see, turn the chiller on. I think I will, there we go. We'll watch that temperature and see what happens. Well, it dropped it over 45 degrees in like 4 minutes, so that's pretty impressive. There's what the intake air temperature looks like. And one other thing I'm gonna mention is the Hellcat had a sunroof, and it had a sunroof because it was in it when I found the car on the car lot. It had been sitting for a little while. I got a good deal on it, so it had it and I got it. I am so glad this car does not have a sunroof. The extra headroom, I bet you it's 3 or 4 inches worth of extra headroom. That's gonna come in super handy. Not only driving around, I don't feel like I'm claustrophobic, but my helmet's not gonna be hitting the edge of the roof anymore. I used to have to lower the seat to like as low as I could make it in the Hellcat. I'm not gonna have that problem in the Demon. Well, there is 250, halfway there. Wow, look at that, running the chiller on a cooler day. It's 52 out, running the chiller, got the intercooler coolant temp, which is the liquid, down to 39 degrees. That is impressive. I was curious what would happen if I try to enable some of these race features before I have 500 miles on the car, so I'm gonna try the line lock. And you get a message on the dash that says it's not available because it's a new vehicle. Well, now that I've gotten over 300 miles on the car, I'm able to start playing with more of the RPM range with the paddle shifters, which is a good time. cleared to go. All right, any minute now we're gonna hit 500. There it is, 500 miles. Everything should now be unlocked. All right, I'm gonna check the line lock because it's a pretty easy one. All right, it says apply brake pressure, which I am doing. All right, it says press and hold the OK button. Apply throttle after I let off the brake. Oh yeah, that's gonna be pretty easy to use. Well, I've gotten the 500 break-in miles on the Demon 170, and I've been able to turn on the race features like you saw. I gotta say, the more I drive the car, the more I am enjoying it. You guys know I was a little bit worried I wouldn't like it. I'm starting to bond with it. It's starting to become part of the family. I'm feeling pretty good. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. Be sure to check us out on Instagram. It's at Speedies_garage, as well as the website, www.speediesgarage.net. And hopefully, I'll see you out there. Be sure to stay tuned because next up is some testing with E85.